Okay, I'm back. I'm going to finish up distributing. Territory. Um, this will be my routine basically every time I win a war. That one's easy. Just somewhat annoying. That's weird. This place has 2 baronies and a city. Let me actually look at this. Oh, both baronies are equivalent. I'm going to destroy this one then. I probably shouldn't have pillaged that one, but oh well. This one has 2 cities. That's actually kind of nice. So cities are best. The reason why cities are best is there's a bunch of reasons cities are good. Cities give the most cash, which is nice. They also can build universities. Um, right now, I think I need my coal too much to start building them, but building this one is very tempting. Let's see, it takes about 3 years to build. I'm going to hold off on that and see what my income looks like. But I may want to do that anyway. Okay, where was I? Bolt risk. Okay. Destroy this one. Boom, boom, destroy. Now, a couple things to note. First of all, while I'm pillaging, the barony that is being pillaged, or whichever structure it is that is being pillaged, if it is not instantly destroyed, which many of these have been, but if it's not instantly destroyed, it is stuck at no garrison, which means that should there be a siege of it, it will fall instantly. That can be a little bit awkward. Another thing to note is that the province takes significant penalty to reinforcement rates while I'm pillaging. Very significant penalties. And obviously the revolt risk is a major issue. Now let's talk about revolts. So there are 3 types of revolt. Or I should say 3 types of random revolt that can pop proc from revolt risk. Okay, what territories did I miss? Conveniently, this tells me. Apparently I missed... Okay. Okay, so, yep, I have every territory is now either being pillaged or has been given to a vassal. The way I can check that is by looking at my inefficient land management, and there are no provinces I have inefficient land management on. So I am done distributing territories. Now this entire blob is at high revolt risk. So I'm sending these guys to here and here. You're going to go up to here. And you're going to go to like right here. And I'm just going to have to play whack-a-mole with revolts until things calm down. I will be able to start raising more armies soon, but not yet. So I was saying there are 3 types of revolts, and I'm going to and the 3 types are religious revolts, which can happen in provinces that are of a different religion than yours. So this is a Tangri province, so it can't have a religious revolt. But this is an Orthodox province, so it can have an Orthodox uprising. There are nationalistic revolts, which occur when the kingdom, when you control a majority of the kingdom, but the kingdom title does not exist. So Wallachia does not exist. There can be nationalistic revolts in Wallachia. Bulgaria does exist because I left this guy with one province. Therefore, I can't experience a nationalistic revolt in Bulgaria, which is very convenient. I can prevent a nationalist revolt in Wallachia by hitting the create button on Wallachia. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pannonia, I don't hold enough territory to create yet. I may want to remedy that. I'm not sure whether I can get a nationalistic revolt in Pannonia since I don't hold the majority of the territory, but if I do, that would be awkward. Epirus also does not exist, but I don't hold the majority of the territory. Okay. So in theory, so nationalist revolts are the worst. They're really bad, followed by religious revolts. Peasant revolts are pathetic. I'm going to unpause, and I will probably get my first revolt within a month. Some priest, Patriarch Balin, a preacher in the service of King Boris of Bulgaria, has arrived in Venetia to spread the gospel of their foreign religion. He has little regard for our old faith, declaring it sinful, and he has explained in detail the horrors we shall suffer in the afterlife unless we mend our ways. There are horrors to suffer in this life as well, friend. Toss him in the dungeon. Hey, that's a quick 10 gold. There we go, there's my first revolt. Oksum of Orthodox Uprising has declared the Orthodox revolt on Kagan Arpad Almos. Orthodox rebels have risen up in Fair. So I'm going to send you down to deal with that. Actually, yep, you've got leadership. Now, when you win a battle against a revolt stack, the entire stack is destroyed. They can't retreat, which is kind of convenient. So that immediately actually gives me a 100% war score. I could end the war now. But so long as the war is active, there is a chance each day of another troop joining the uprising. This is actually really good because when that happens, it causes a minus 20 revolt risk modifier to appear on that province, preventing any further uprisings there. See, another raving mob of Orthodox infidels has risen up in Tirnovo, reinforcing the ongoing revolt. So I send this guy over there, the leader on there. This province now has recent uprising, local revolt risk minus 100%. So that province is now green. So I don't have to worry about revolts there. That's really useful. So I don't dismiss the war, I don't end the war prematurely unless there's some reason I want peace quickly. Ooh, you're actually going to be pretty good at martial. Oh, I have a new bloodline. Arpad Almos has forged the blood of Almos the Victorious. Nice. And all of my descendants will get that. So my son and my grandkids. And the war will end on its own after some period of time. Now, defeating a revolt like that gives a -4% revolt risk to the entire kingdom, which eliminates the revolt risk from different culture and religion, which is convenient. So these provinces now will not have revolts. So she is apparently a pretty good spy master. Sure, I'm fine with that, because you're kind of really shitty. I will use you. And she owes me a favor, which can potentially be useful. I'm going to drop you... I don't know. Where am I going to drop you? Actually, I'm going to need trade practices. And the best place to send you for trade practices is right here. Can I send you there? Yes. Excellent. Once this is destroyed, I will probably want to move my capital here. Well, I may also want to wait for some of these modifiers to expire, 879 or so. Oh. So my population just went, my maximum population was about 4,900, and now my maximum population is 57,000. So, yeah, that happened. That's kind of good. My manpower will start to grow as well. I'm pretty good on cash as well, which is nice. Ah, so that was a peasant revolt. So that occurred because the Kingdom of Bulgaria exists. Huh, but that is a Slavic province. I actually don't know why peasants showed up there. I would have expected a religious revolt there. But that's fine. So it should be noted, I have lost most of my event troops. I started with 9,000, I'm down to 4,600. So not most, but almost half. Very close to half. A preacher in the service of the Pope has arrived in Venetia to spread the gospel of Catholicism. And into the dungeon he goes. That's another. Oh, he won't ransom him. Oh well. Sucks for him. Oh, same place again. That's fine. Oh, I'm losing? Shit. That's not good. You guys head up there. I want you to go there. So I guess you're gonna go there and you're gonna join them. Oxygen wagon has been built. I want population growth, so I'm gonna build a shrine. So, as tempting as it is to buy some of the economy advances, I'm going to be gaining these really quickly. I'd rather save the tech points. I'll talk more about that later. So that was the holding in Nicolopolis. So that's complete. And I gained 5 prestige. Nice. Oh, there's another uprising. Crush them. I'm actually going to bring you guys down to reinforce. because that's actually a fairly large uprising. So I'm at a rather awkward stage right now where they are actually, some of these uprisings are pretty tough to beat. But I beat that one with no difficulty. What is going on here? Okay, you just got independence. Interesting. That may be relevant later on. I'm not going to worry about that right at the moment, though. So the awkwardness here is that I'm kind of trapped waiting until my wife is pregnant again. She's really pumping them out. I'm kind of trapped waiting until these revolts expire. That's Carmuna, Mesembria, Dorostum, Serdica. So there's only 2 provinces left, which means I will soon start getting income, which is kind of nice. Crush them. So right now I'm only getting income from nomadic tax. But after I've gotten rid of all of my holdings, I will start getting income from cities. Although since they're looted, I still may not. Yeah, see. No. Tax value. They'll give a little bit right now. They're taking a minus 89% penalty for being looted. Oh, I'm gonna give you. Oh, you have leadership. Right. I'm actually gonna switch off of hunting. Because I kind of want him to die now. I am also going to go ahead and join the Eagle Warriors, which requires that I fight. I won the duel, I got wounded, that's fine. That's minus health and minus more health. And I'm now a member of the Eagle Warriors. That's convenient. That's nice. Extra tech. What? Offer him some guide. I've seen Alagoburturid during a couple of gatherings with the Eagle Warriors, and I cannot help but notice how the young man appears needlessly jumpy, flinching at jokes, turning down sparring matches. He has the craven trait, craven and a coward. He needs guidance, I find myself muttering. As a warrior, he needs me. He agreed that he needs my help. In order to make him see things differently, we are to spend a few nights camping in the woods. Now I can spend a pile of gold, gain some prestige and a chance of proud, or I can not and gain humble. So they want me to focus on war, which is awkward because I just changed my focus and can't do so again for 5 years. So I'm actually going to decline this mission. So scholarship allows me to build an observatory, which I'm going to do. My acquaintance and I are back from our camping trip. Any traces of his initial reluctance are gone, and I'm proud to be able to compliment him on how well he handled the experience. Thank you for this opportunity, Amos, he says, more heartfelt than expected. He has gained the trait brave, and we are now friends. Isn't that nice? Ah, built a shrine. Okay. And I will want sheep as well. So, oh, my manpower is now high enough to raise an army. I'm going to do that. So let's go to the Horde page. So this is where I recruit nomadic hordes. And there's a lot of different options for horde. I can build a horde from these different types of units. Now, it is optimal to have at least 25%. So I want a mixture of light cavalry and heavy cavalry, and I want to have a minimum of 25% heavy cavalry, at least until I get camel cavalry available, which won't happen unless my capital is in a desert, so that's going to be a while. Horse archers are awful. The simplest way to do it is to just combine light cavalry and the heavy vanguard unit. That uses a combination of prestige and cash. I have the more expensive way and the better way overall. So this has minus 30 attack, plus 50 defense. These have plus 50 defense and plus 25 attack. So these are just better. So that's what I want to use. Now, I have a calculator that lets me calculate, and I'm actually going to throw this up here briefly. Will this work? There we go. Whoop. That's the wrong... What am I even looking at here? What game is this? I don't even know what game this is. Nomads, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So if I'm just looking at light and heavy vanguard, it looks like I want to combine 5 light vanguard and 1 heavy vanguard to produce 25% heavy. Now there's some complications to this that I'm not going to get into right now. Ultimately, I need 3 of these units to have a full unit, but for now that'll do. So 5 light and 1 heavy. The other part of this calculator that I built is if I type in, so I can look at my population. I'm at 16,046 initial population. My max population is 62776, and the rate is plus 4%. It will take me 39 months to reach 50% max population, 105 months to reach 75%. That's very important for several reasons. Mainly it opens up war options. 105 months is, call it 8 years, close enough. A little over 8 years, which will be past the time these revolts expire, which is kind of annoying, honestly. But I will be able to accelerate that a little bit, probably. So I'll worry about that when I get there. Okay, so I said 5 light vanguard, 1 heavy vanguard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 heavy. Merge. All right. And I can't yet support a second of those. You're going to go down there, and you're going to take over some guard duty. There we go. That's the last 2 of those provinces. And I now have city tax income, which you'll notice is quite a bit larger than my nomadic tax. So my income is actually pretty good. And it's going to get better next month as well. Another daughter, don't care. Ah, I also have a lot more minions now, a lot more vassals. So I have a lot more choices for counselors. So I'm going to appoint some. I'm going to appoint you here. Yeah, you're pretty good, but you really like me. I'm going to appoint you. I'd much rather use people who love me. Sure, you'll do. You love me and you're not bad. You're better, but Spy Master is the most important as far as making sure they like you. And none of you are great, but I guess you'll do. Okay. Now, I'm going to set you to proselytizing. Well, will I? I don't know. I haven't actually been paying attention to my council, and I should be. I think I'm gonna wait to move my capital. So I'm gonna set you to proselytizing, and I'm gonna put you in Nicopolis, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You probably won't succeed anyway. Whoop. More rebels. Uh, 12 gold for plus 100% military tax spread and extra prosperity. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take it. Oh, I died. Died of an infected wound. Alright. I'm happy about that. Game is now paused. Okay. Alright, time to pay some attention. Let's see, marriage. Ah, marriage. Who can I marry? You're too young, or I would consider it. You are tempting. You're not an heir to anything. You're a genius, but you're only 7, so I would be 39 before I could start having children with you. I don't know that I want to wait that long. Actually, let's sort by age. I don't want someone old. Although 29 is, except that you're a ruler. I don't want a ruler if I can avoid it. Now, there are other ways to go about this, which it looks like I'm going to have to use. I really don't want to marry a 7-year-old. This game. Well, I wouldn't marry her. I'd betroth her. I wouldn't marry her until she turned 16. Okay, gender, women. Diplomatic range, yes. Married, no. Ruler, no. And I'm searching for genius. Okay, that didn't turn up very many. And you're the oldest of them. Let's look for strong. Sort by age. You're too old. You're not a bad age. Will you marry me? Come on, I'm amazing. Why wouldn't you marry me? Will not consider offers from infidels. Would you consider offers from infidels if I bribed you? No, probably not. Well, worth a shot. You're 24. Arranged marriage. No, you're not gonna buy it. Maybe. Let's find out. Arranged marriage. Nope. Close, but nope. Alright, so not strong. How about quick? Ooh, you're amazing. Is my lover. Yep, that ain't happening. She is amazing, though. She's also pretty good. Let's try it. Worth a shot. Nope. Also my lover. Oh, what's with all these lovers? Okay, the only other one is attractive, and I already blew through a bunch of these. There's a lot of attractive ones, though. Nope. I already tried you. Weird. Why can't I? Oh, because she's a nun, so she can't have children. Alright. So, my choices are a 7-year-old or someone who doesn't have a genetic trait. I would really like a genetic trait, but I can do without. I'm going to set to my religion group, which is pagans only, because they're a lot more likely to join me. And then I'm going to search for lustful, because if you can't have quality, go for quantity. And let's sort, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Wow, there aren't many lustfuls. You're kind of okay. You're pretty good. And you're in my court. The only other consideration is the wife's stats boost mine. But that's not too important to me. That would be very important to me. Gluttonous. Humble, charitable, content, and lustful. Lustful, wrath, temperate, charitable. So lustful gives increased rate of childbirth, increased fertility in game terms. I'm going to pause while I consider this.